So I'm going to take some time to explain how grades are calculated in economics class. This video may be a little bit lengthier than some, but just bear with me because hopefully this may take care of any confusion people may have. So really, final grades are going to be reported in Infinite Campus and only final grade determinations. So what that means is all of the individual assignment or assessment grades are going to be housed and reported in Canvas only. And then at the end of a unit or standard, I'll kind of gather all that evidence and make a determination on where's that evidence fit. And then I'll put that performance level and grade determination in Infinite Campus. So, for example, if we look at Infinite Campus, there are 5 standards for this course, and standards 1 through 4 are listed there. They have a performance level. Standard 5 is a little bit different because it's an online EVER5 financial literacy course, and so the only thing that goes in there is the average score for all 7 modules of the course. But for the rest of the standards, for example, what's going to go in here is a performance level and then just a grade determination. So let's say the performance level was 2, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Then in Infinite Campus, the grade determination would be a 75%, and that would be the final grade score for that category. Or if it could be a 0, that would be insufficient evidence, or a 0%. It could be a 1, which is a 60% just passing with a D-. It could be a 3, which is a 90%, or it could be a 4, which is 100%. And that's what would go into Infinite Campus as the final grade determination for those standards. Those standards are determined by students showing evidence that's either insufficient, which would be a 0, or beginning level evidence, which would be your 60%, progressing level evidence, which would be your 75%, meeting level would be a 90%, and advanced or 4 would be a 100%. So that's kind of the performance scale, for example, for Standard 1. And what I've done is created a kind of a pyramid or a graphic organizer of what this looks like. So for example, you see beginning level evidence up here. So right here in Canvas will be all of these beginning level evidence assignments. And the requirement to meet beginning level for those assignments is to score 75% or better. But that's just the minimum requirement, the minimum performance level, to meet the performance level, excuse me. If you do that, if you complete all of these assignments at 75% or better, then in Infinite Campus in that standard, you will get a 1, 60%. If you complete all of these at 75% or better, then you will have the opportunity to take the progressing level assessments. And you have to complete beginning level in order to unlock and have the opportunity to take those progressing level assessments. But let's say you complete all 3 progressing level assessments and you score 80% or better, and that's the highest evidence you provided for the standard. In that case, I would put a 2 in Infinite Campus for the progressing, or for the performance level, and the grade determination then would be a 75%. You could also, if you've shown progressing level evidence, you could take the meeting level assessment. If you complete that at 80%, then you would have a performance level of 3 in Infinite Campus, and then the grade determination would be a 90%. And if you complete and show minimum level, meeting level evidence, you have the opportunity to do the advanced level evidence. Okay, so that's how that all kind of ties in together. So just a reminder, the only thing that goes in Infinite Campus is the final grade, performance level, and grade determination based on the evidence that was provided in Canvas. So the individual assignments and assessments are all reported within Canvas. So within Canvas, that view is different because here, for example, we have the first couple of assignments from Chapter 1. You'll see the BLE designation or beginning level evidence. So that's that required beginning level evidence. And you must score at least 75%. And the way it works in Canvas, I don't even have the gradebook available. I just give you green check marks if you've completed those at the required minimum level. So you'll see here, Chapter 1, Section 1 and Chapter 1, Section 2 beginning level evidence are completed. Chapter 1, Section 3 has not yet been completed. So if I were to put a final grade determination on this right now, it would be a 0 or insufficient evidence. But of course, you work through these modules and provide that evidence with those green check marks. Okay, so that's a brief overview of how the grading system works in economics.